Alright, so you guys may be able to tell that we're starting off where we left off last time. This process took a little longer than I expected because I had to take care of some things the day I began this. But now we're just going to continue. Um, so you guys saw on the last clip, I scuffed it up with a 400 grit because I wasn't satisfied with the way it turned out with the scuff pad. So now it actually ended up sitting for about a day or two. So so I'm gonna have to just clean it back up again and just see if I missed any spots that needed some scuffing, because you know we want to make sure everything is good to go when we put that adhesion promoter on there. Alright guys, ready to go. So it turns out, according to the product I'm using, I'm gonna have to wait 10 minutes for each coat to dry, and before applying the second coat it's gonna be about 5 minutes. So 10 minutes to dry the first coat, 5 minutes later apply second coat. So always look at the back of your can for the product you're using. In my case it's Automotive Touch-Up because I've always used them. Never really failed to make my matches good. And I got this little gun trigger here to make things a little easier. Probably get at your hardware store or Automotive Touch-Up themselves. So yeah. Guys, I forgot to mention, when you guys are spraying these things, be sure to wear a protective mask. I myself already have one of these because, you know, I'm a painter. That's just what I do for a living, so I use one of these respirators. And also another pro tip I wanted to show you guys real quick is if you have these paint cans sitting for a while, it's a good idea to put them in a bit of hot water here. Let them sit in some hot water. Let me see if I could. You can't really tell because of the lighting, but here we go. Oh well. Yeah, you just sitting in there so you can get the paint loosened up because it's been sitting for a while. It helps a lot to help mix up the paint when you start shaking it. Alright, so I've already put 3 coats of that primer on there. Waited 30 minutes for the last coat to dry. Now we're going to be sanding it with the 600 grit. As you can see, after the last coat of primer, you can tell it's a little like a little sandy. So this primer, we got to sand it down like right here. Just sand the whole thing down with the 600 grit without taking too much of the primer off, and then we're going to keep it going with the base coat. Alright, so this is how your lip should look after you sand the primer with a 600 grit paper. It should be it should feel really smooth to the touch, no not gritty at all. So this is I chose to use a gray primer so I could see exactly how the base coat is going to cover, which is going to be a black, crystal black pearl, specifically for the Honda back there. So we'll see how it looks. Forget to wear your respirators, guys, because if you don't wear these, you're gonna be burning a lot more brain cells than you usually do. So this is how your first coat should look like a little bit. You guys get an idea here. Like I said, first coat's gonna be light coat. Second coat medium. Third coat medium to thick. And then everything should turn out alright. Only thing I'm kind of worried about is the humidity right now. I didn't really check, but it can't be any more than 65% right now. That's a lot to do with the final product. For anybody interested in doing their own lip, always look at your can, what you're using. Make sure the conditions are right. Alright, so here it is. After the clear cured for a day or two, I went ahead and installed the lip. Front lip is installed now. If anyone's wondering what the lip is for this Honda Civic, it's an Ikon V3 for the Honda Civic sedan models. I believe 2012 through 15. I'm in my garage right now. It's a little tight, but I'm gonna try to get a front view of the lip. You can't see too well, but yeah, you can see pretty good actually. Let me just do a little walk this way. Maybe get a side shot. Let me get a little close to it so you guys can see how I'm trying to flash on my phone. On the base coat, there was a couple coats of the base that came out a little weird out the can, so it's not like 100% matched, but I mean, for a can job, it's pretty damn good in my opinion. I mean, you really have to get like an inch away from the lip to even see a slight difference, but I mean, I think it's pretty damn good. I mean, the shop was quoting me $250, so, and I mean, I'll try to get up close so you guys can see. Hold on, man. Let me focus here. mean, you can even see the metallic in there. So I mean, I don't think I did a bad of a job. I think it's turned out pretty good. And I'll try to probably get another shot when I'm outside. But that'll probably have to be for another video. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyone that's still watching by any chance, that's following the videos on the channel, or if you're curious about the turbo build, got some good news and bad news. The good news is we're going to be installing it, dropping it off to the shop to install tomorrow. And the bad news is obviously I am not going to be handling the installation, because just thinking about it, I just didn't want to go through with it. You know, there's a lot of things involved, a lot of things that could go wrong. And I've done most of my bolt-ons myself, but I mean, when it comes to this, I really want it the right way, done the right way, and I don't want to risk anything. So I mean, I'm gonna be documenting the day that I drop it off to the shop, and we're actually gonna street tune it. So I'm gonna document that as well. And once everything is tuned and ready to go, I'll probably start doing turbo vlogs, just to document, you know, how everything goes, how long the tranny holds, engine, hiccups, stuff like that. So that's about it. There she is, got the lip installed. So stay tuned for the next videos. Turbo coming soon. Peace.